Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy.
Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to the After Hours. This is our episode 27th. I'm your host, Carlos Silva, joined by my buddy all the way from Kentucky, Collin Kendall.
Hello, hello. Good to be here.
And directly from Orlando, my buddy, Jason Canapp.
Good to see you, and you are a happy fellow this evening.
He's jolly. Jolly
Oh,
to say the
yes.
least.
Jolly.
It's like Santa, but Brazilian.
Buddies,
And
let's
before you
talk
start,
Disney. Let's talk Disney.
We're gonna talk Disney, but we're also going to say we got to call out the fact that your lovely daughter Maria has
Just
returned from
She is
college.
back.
She literally came in the door while we
Seconds
were
ago.
setting up.
10 minutes ago.
It was a hot mic, so I could hear the entire thing happening. There was screams of joy. The dog was almost passing out. There was apparently all the noise was really about the dog. And
Carlos, everything was about the dog. Was about Lola. Nothing. And then I said, "Oh, hi, Dad."
and I got to tell you, I have never seen. This is how happy he is. I have never seen him drumming his desk, humming. He even was whistling during the intro. So hold on to your seats because this is going to be an interesting evening.
Indeed.
But also because it's so good to be with you guys. It's so good to be in the after hours mode in our studio set.
It feels weird.
The last one we did was amazing. We did partially studio, partially live from the Disney Boardwalk. Collin did
a lot of fun.
Collin did an amazing job.
I don't know how amazing it was, but
it was amazing, buddy. It was amazing. And me and Jason, we run around Disney's Boardwalk. It was pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I think that there's some other like that too that we need to make.
Yeah, we got a lot of things that we can do with that. We're improving it every day, we think. Well, we've got new ideas every day, so we'll see if it improves or not. But we had a lot of good positive feedback at the end when you guys cut out as we were wrapping up the show last week. So that's always amazing to see.
Hey, buddies, let's say good night to our friends here. There's some happy friends that we've seen here. Hello to Elena. Hello to hello to Zach Brown.
The comments are coming fast tonight.
Sarah
too.
Daniel Collins.
Maggie Howard, good to see you.
Yes.
Haggard, sorry, I said that last name wrong.
I see both Claire and Ben from the UK joining us this evening.
Yes.
I don't know. Are your clocks broken?
Because
really
they miss us.
I'm really glad you're here.
And Maggie's saying that her daughter got home from college today too. Good to see them.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I know they got out here recently as well. A lot of people are doing that shortened semester too, which is awesome to help things out.
Tom McMillan is here.
There's so many good people
There are
here.
a lot of people.
There it is. It's a
hard
full
to-
house tonight.
Yes.
Good to see everyone.
Well, we
Good
better
to
put
see.
on a good show for these folks then.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
good.
that's
I can deal with good. Great may be a harder thing to accomplish.
why I have to ask you one thing. It is the time. It is the best time.
Best time.
He's gonna complete his own sentence.
Okay.
So, the news of the week. Oh, I forgot to mention that we have a new overlay.
Scary.
We have a new overlay. Looks how beautiful it is.
Ooh,
almost like CNN, Fox, and all the things together.
Almost like, I don't know if we're quite to that level.
We have to have those moving tickers also to stock market and everything.
Did you say moving tigers?
Yeah, I don't know how you call it.
It has one stock price on it, and it's Disney's, and that's
Yeah,
it.
Disney. Buddies, news of the week. Who wants to start?
Well,
You.
not me, because I don't have one. I'm banking on you to bring something to the table so I can talk about it.
I was told you were going to talk about some fireworks.
Yes,
Indeed.
let me talk about the fireworks. And actually, this week, I arrived yesterday from Orlando. I spent 6 days there, 6 lovely days. I had opportunity to have dinner with one of our friends, with Marcos. And there was Jason was
Dinner with. I thought you meant a different dinner. I got worried for a second.
They went without you. Yes.
That's my deepest fear.
But then on
I
Monday, I went to the Contemporary Resort. I have a lovely dinner alone at the Wave, and then I went.
Hey, if you're gonna eat alone, it better be at the Wave.
Yes,
So.
yeah, it was great. And then I went to the balcony in the 4th level, and actually I went to the walkway between. The Bay Tower and the Contemporary, and I start waiting for the fireworks.
3 hours later.
Because they're supposed to run the test between 10 and midnight. They started at 11. Well,
that's between 10 and midnight.
Yes. So
Right
let me show you the few things that I saw, and then we can comment about that. But that's a short video about what I could see, not only from that walkway, but also from the parking lot. But it's what is
Were you okay?
Yes.
Were you okay? I mean, it was quite the jump you made.
no. There was a half an hour difference there.
Take the parachute.
But it's what is important to mention is that a lot of people were questioning if they're testing the fireworks display. No, actually, they basically were using the same types of fireworks, and it's nothing related to the show. It
doesn't look like a new show, as many were confused and thought it might be. But.
What they were really testing were different launching sites. You could see that they were launching from different places. So that's one of the things that we could, I could see what happened. And actually, leaving the Contemporary, I took the car. I tried to go in a way, and it was blocked. And I took the other way around the Grand Floridian, trying to see the back of the park. And then I could notice the different places that they're launching the fireworks from.
Yeah,
it
looked like they were just doing a grand scale test of the area surrounding.
Yep. That
they normally use.
I invited them to launch from my house if they like.
They wouldn't do it. It's a little too far back there.
They didn't say no. They just didn't answer the question.
They didn't say yes. Yeah. That's a no.
and I think I drove by really next to you, Jason, because when I left that place, I tried to do without GPS, and I got lost in the middle of the wilderness there. And it was dark.
He's not Yogi Bear. He doesn't live in the trees.
He's from Miami. Once he sees the sticks, he's like,
once he sees any trees, he's done. He's got to go back. Got to go back to the concrete jungle.
Anything from you, Jason? Any news? I have something else to comment.
Oh, well, why don't you do that?
Go ahead.
The other thing is that somehow we could notice, I could notice the major increase in terms of attendance. I don't know if it's 25 to 35 or whatever it is, but was a lot of people in the parks.
That's what Chapek claimed in an interview, was 25 to 35. Now, if that's entirely true, is a whole different story. But it looks like it has been kind of scaling over the last few weeks. But you guys know that better than I do.
But you can tell the difference. You can clearly tell the difference in not only the parks, but also Disney Springs. you can tell the difference.
This next week will really tell the tale, because you will see it probably at capacity almost every day of next week.
But that's one positive thing on that, at least in my experience, it's that I could notice much more kids in the parks than before. And
which
that's
is a pleasant sign.
So good. That's so good to see those kids. Because probably
I like seeing it at the resorts, where some of the resorts felt completely empty when you were going on. Like even when we did our boardwalk show last week, it feels like there's activity there, where some days a month or even 2 months ago it felt like there was nobody around, like you were the only person on the boardwalk. That is really nice to see to an extent.
Yeah, but you can tell that resorts are pretty empty. So we had the opportunity to have that. I was kindly invited by Jason to join the lunch break from the Poly, and it was.
I thought he was going to say he was invited by Disney, and he didn't invite us.
No, and then on Sunday I went to 2 resorts. Sunday I went to the Grand Floridian, that was empty too, but during the night I went to the Wilderness Lodge, and it was amazing.
Love it, Chris.
I had the opportunity to be at the Geyser Point waiting for the Rocket Lounge. There was the Rocket Lounge, but we could not see because despite the fact that we have a open view to the east, the skies were not open. There was a lot of clouds, so we missed. I could not see.
I saw some of the photos after that a few days later, and it looked like a lot of people had caught it over between clouds from like Animal Kingdom view and a little bit out of Magic Kingdom, but it was very, very brief. Like you're talking 30 seconds or less, where it just hit a pocket and you could see the line go through. But it was cool.
Cool.
At least the photos I saw were. Yeah.
And Jason, now it's your turn.
I think in the interest of time we should move on. We've talked about a lot of stuff.
Okay. I thought that you have an interesting thing to share with us.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, but I'll hold off. I'll hold it. I may mention it later.
Okay. Collin, anything from your side?
No, I got nothing. I got nothing.
Okay, so
all you this week, Carlos.
So I'll ask you, Collin. Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
Again, we're totally prepared for this one.
Absolutely prepared. Totally. We were just talking in the break there for a second. None of us know the answers again.
Yes, we do. We know the answers.
We know the questions. We don't know the
answers.
These
rascals.
Who's going to explain?
That's what we said 30 seconds ago.
Who's going to explain before or after? Who's the one?
I can if you want me to.
Yes.
While Jason finds answers.
Go ahead, Collin.
All right. So before or after is a game we play here on After Hours, where it's basically we have an anchor date. We're not going to tell you what the anchor date actually is, but we're going to tell you an event in time in Disney history. Your goal is, with the following questions that we share and the following events that we share, is to tell us if you think that event that we shared happened before or after our anchor date. You can ask clarifying questions if you want to, but main answers that we want to see from you in the comments is before or after. Feel free to make other comments if you'd like as well, but that's what helps us with this game, and we might as well get started.
Yes.
I always feel like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You know the rules, you know the game.
Yeah, so
play.
No.
Exactly. We need that sound effect. That shows off the air now, isn't it? So we could probably use that.
So let me bring the anchor date, okay? And that was actually
anchor event, really.
Today's episode, before and after episode, is totally brought by Jason Canapp.
It is.
Yes.
All I did was make the cards.
So now you know who to mail your complaints to if you don't like it. Yeah,
exactly.
That's great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So the anchor date is the opening date of Disney World's Beach Club Resort. Disney's Beach Club Resort.
I recently stayed at. It's a wonderful resort.
Yep. So let's go to the first one. So the first event that you have to tell if it was before or after the opening date of Disney World's Beach Club Resort is... Who's
okay,
Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. The first filming for the television movie Splash 2, a sequel to Touchstone's first feature, Splash, began at Disney's MGM Studios many years ago. Did this event happen before or after the opening of Disney World's Beach Club Resort? And honestly, I have no idea what this movie is. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Probably before my time, to be honest.
You never saw Splash?
I never saw Splash. No.
Oh my!
I've heard of it. Do I get any credit for that?
I don't even know.
I will not mention anything, but it's...
How did we even let him read that card?
Yes.
So, I guess you don't have a Little Mermaid graphic or anything to swim across the screen. So I cannot see the comments, so you're going to have to lead me through that process, because if I leave the screen to see the comments, I will not be able to see the answers again.
There's a lot of befores coming through at the moment. Ben Ackhurst, Michael Thomas.
Remember, this isn't when Splash or Splash 2 came out.
True.
This is when they began
now it's getting
the
more
filming.
divided. They're coming through much quicker. It's just very rapid. It's pretty split all of a sudden.
You're
Zach Brown saying after. He's normally good at this. Mark Williams is saying before. Wendy Seegers saying after. Mike O'Reilly saying I have no idea. Every time I turn to my right, my camera misses focus. I'm going to shift this slightly, but let's see here. There's more coming through here, but it's.
I think that
and then
Carlos. Since it just occurred to me, since Collin doesn't know the answers, we should make him choose.
Yes.
Make me choose what?
I'm thinking. The answer you should have to choose before or after.
We could.
No, we will. All in favor?
The problem is I know the anchor date.
Yeah, but that's not going to help you.
Not aggressively, no. I have seen the answers. I just don't remember what they are.
Yeah, I cannot remember too.
So what do you think? I mean, based on what you're seeing from the comments, you said Zach Brown said after, and he's usually good at these. You said that somebody else said before. So what do you think?
I think it's before.
Oh, we weren't asking. I'm asking Collin.
Well, Carlos can answer too. He doesn't know either.
I don't know. I don't know either.
No. Yeah, but he lived it.
No.
I think I want to say the Beach Club was after. So how did we phrase this question? Before or after the anchor date? So it would be after the Beach Club's opening.
Carlos, do you want to reveal the correct answer?
You don't? I have nothing to reveal.
Oh, you don't have the. You don't.
Yeah,
have
that's why. That's why I said to you that I don't know.
Well, then I'll tell you. You ready?
That's why we need you, Jason.
The answer is before.
It is before. It must be really close.
It was 1988.
Because I think I know the date of Beach Club.
1988.
So, the first filming for the television movie Splash 2, a sequel to the Touchstone's first feature Splash was before the opening.
When did Hollywood Studios open?
1989.
I would say it was right around 90. How is that possible then, Jason?
April 1989.
That's.
We may have to have a fact check here.
Oh, probably before guests were.
That's very possible.
So let's go to the second one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Jason, can you read it to us, please?
I can. Disney's Port Orleans Resort French Quarter, a recreation of the streets and row houses of New Orleans French Quarter, opened years ago as a moderate resort. Did this event happen before? Did this event happen before or after the opening of Disney World's Beach Club Resort? So asking, did the French Quarter open before or after Beach Club?
Again, this one's really close. I actually know this one's really close. I'm gonna look to the comments here for a moment. Because a lot of people are. There's a before Beach Club is the first one I see.
Yeah, married.
They're a little behind us. Zach Brown saying after. Lisa Milam saying after. Marianne Mears is saying before. Ben Ackers is before.
Elena
is
saying after.
It's very split. Truthfully, I want to say...
lie to us.
Don't tempt me.
No, I love it when you lie to us.
I will have an instant cover if I lie to you. So, I got to think if I'm right on the year. I think it's after. But I think it's within 2 years.
Carlos?
I think it's after 2. I think it's after 2.
You want the answer?
Sure. I'm anxious, desperate.
The answer is after.
So I was right.
1991.
I would say I was 91 or 92. So my anchor date is correct, probably.
And Mary T. Wells said Port Orleans French Quarter in 1991.
I knew it was early 90s. I wasn't 100% sure when, though.
All right.
Lisa Getty-Mylan was saying, remember, it was Dixie Landings before being the French Quarter.
That's right.
So let's go to the third one. Collin, could you read that, please?
Sure. Quite some time ago, on May 25th, it was the last day Epcot guests would hear the original narration of the Spaceship Earth attraction. Did this event happen before or after the opening of Disney World's Beach Club Resort?
I think I know that.
Do you?
Yes. But
again, it's very close.
You want to tell us what you think? Or are you going to write it down? Or what do you want? Why don't you write on a little sticky or a little Post-it and I'm
less confident, but I want to say before.
I'm writing in
very, very close before.
Oh, here.
Within a year.
And what is everybody else saying?
So a lot of people, well, they're just now coming through because they're a little delayed.
Eric.
First two I see are before. Claire saying after. Valerie saying before. Mark Jones is before. Marianne Mears is after. Ben Ackhurst is saying after. Again, we've split it quite a bit on this one, on these series of questions. Heather Dimmitt saying after. Zach's changing his answer to before. Which means he probably Googled it.
Can I show what I
Yours
wrote
is
here?
Yeah, go ahead and show your answer, Carlos. What do you think?
Oops.
He thinks it's before.
Yeah,
we probably wrote after on the back.
We're both thinking before.
So you want the answer?
I literally think it's within a year.
The answer is exactly on the same. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually before. It's actually before. But the date, not so close. 1986.
Yes, I was thinking about 86
I thought it was 89,
too. Yes.
But I was off. But the anchor date is 1990, isn't it?
That's correct.
And you know,
I'm better with resorts than parks.
just 10 years before Collin was born.
No, 1996 years before I was born, so we're good.
Now, here's the question: do you remember who was the narrator? Who was the narrator to the original Spaceship Earth?
It was Yes, it was a presenter. It was the second one was Jeremy Irons, but the first one was some. I cannot recall the name.
Come on,
because his buddy. I'm from Brazil.
I know.
And that time I was living in Brazil, and he had nothing to do with in Brazil. Jeremy Irons did, but not him.
Collin,
I have no idea. I don't remember.
People are hopefully folks by now are typing
They're
in.
They're gonna hate me, but I'm too young to remember this.
I'll give you a hint.
I know Judi Dench.
He has the same first name.
Do I get credit for that?
He has the same first name as Disney.
Walter Cronkite.
Is it Walter Cronkite? Walter.
Really?
Yeah, but
it doesn't sound right.
buddy, I'm telling you the name because now I remember by reading, and I remember the voice. But I actually by that time I wasn't aware who was he. So because he's
Carlos, you probably weren't very old then either.
Sorry?
As opposed to now.
How old were you? Like you were probably what?
You were not old yet.
No, I was old that time, but not now.
I'm
86. I was 86. I was 19 years old.
So you were younger than me then. Think about that.
Yes.
Whatever. It entertained me. I hope it entertained
Oh,
somebody
it's
else.
kind of weird now, but
No, in my mind, I'm thinking like the way I view the parks now is how you viewed the parks then. It's just kind of I don't know. I found it
with your eyes.
Shut up, Jason.
So that was
This is what it's like to eat dinner with the three of us. If anybody ever wonders, like, it's just normally how it goes.
So and some more picture taking. Yeah.
So the last one was before. So that was our before. You know, guys, I really like before after. And I think
I'm glad. That's good.
I don't.
And I like this when two of us don't have a clue what is being, if it's before or after, then we can play a little bit.
More fun when we got John Panda because we didn't tell him about it ahead of time.
Okay, so I think now is the time.
Now is the best time.
So it's our top 3 list.
Indeed.
This
We're
week's
gonna try not to cry tonight.
Yeah, this week's is a special one, and I think I have to take the opportunity to explain our audience that there's something that I have to tell regarding next week. Next week, due to the Thanksgiving and due to being a Thursday, and we opt not to have after hours during next week. So we're gonna be away from you for 2 weeks, but it was for a good reason.
Well, not really.
Yes.
Because
we might do things independently. You never know.
No, yeah, you're gonna hear from us in the community, in the page. There will be something
more incentive to join or like the page. So
yeah, but the after hours, the episode 28th is going to be in 2 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
And the topic that we have for this week's top 3 is the top 3 things from 2020 that we're thankful for.
And there were more than what we expected, really, when we started talking about it, considering how well this year's gone.
And remember that there's a lot of talking. You cannot imagine how much of talking we do have before the show. And the main talking goes in actually every Wednesday night we have not the dress rehearsal, but the pajama rehearsal because it's really late.
Especially if Jason's involved.
Yes.
Once it hits about 8:30, he's done. He's done. He's out.
So
he's in the pajama mode.
And we will discuss a lot. How you guys wanted to do that?
Well, we start with 3, and then I think we go to 2, and then we'll go to the number 1. That's probably how we should do it.
Since you're so cocky, we'll make you start first.
So yeah, Jason will be the first one to bring us his number 3.
It will be my pleasure to start with number 3. So my number 3, and I don't know, there was a little bit of controversy as to whether I could use this as my number 3 or not, but
let him have it.
My number 3 is going to be Disney Plus, because I know it didn't start in 2020, but boy, did it help save 2020. I mean, what we have done without Disney Plus? What would we have
Somebody
done?
Put that on a T-shirt.
I mean, it is one of the. I mean, we've had a lot of. There's a lot of cool things that were dreamt up, that were produced, that became available in 2020. But Disney Plus, I think, in terms of for Disney fans or even people who needed to be reintroduced to Disney, it was such a good thing to have available when we were really holed up at home, unable to go places for a long time, and even and I think Possibly looking forward, with current trends, we could be looking at something similar in a lot of places. And there's a lot of good stuff. And I just wanted to make Alex, my eldest son, doesn't really watch this because it would embarrass the heck out of him. So I can tell this story. And he should be watching tonight anyway because he's supposed to be finishing a research paper. So if you're watching,
go finish this is what you get.
This is what you get. He said to me a week or so ago when we were talking about coming home for the Christmas holiday, he said he's 19. So when he says, "Yeah, I'm starting to I was feeling a little homesick," the other day I was like, "Oh, really? Homesick, you say?"
Forever.
Song. I think that's a song.
So I'm not that creative on my own. Like,
but I said, well, what triggered it or something, and he said, I was looking at Disney Plus, which is pretty cool, right? He's looking at Disney Plus, and he came across Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I think it's Once Upon a Christmas, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then there's Twice Upon a Christmas, and he, of course, he remembered, being really little and watching that on DVDs and on Disney Channel. And I said, "Well, did you watch it?" He's like, "No, I'm not gonna watch that till I get home." And I was like, "Oh, that's so nice. It's so nice."
He does care.
But I mean, Disney Plus. There's so many good things on there, and there is a new holiday selection, like a category. Yep. So if you go on now, you can see holiday collection there. And there's some good ones, but they're not all there. You may have to dig even more and search a little bit.
And there is one thing that is really special to mention today, and actually we have friends from Brazil like Helena, like Luis Gilberto that are watching right now. It's because yesterday was the official launch of Disney Plus in Brazil. Yesterday.
Oh,
really? Yes.
Wow. That's great.
That's nice. Great.
So Brazilians started to enjoy since yesterday Disney Plus.
Can I tell them one thing then, and you can maybe translate it for me?
No, they can. They will understand.
Why would they be watching the show if they didn't?
Yes.
Don't. Same reason I watch Carlos's show on Tuesdays.
True. True.
Do not believe the hype about the black hole. Do yourself a favor. Maybe bookmark it. Put it off to a rainy day. You don't need to rush in and see that. Bored? I don't care what anybody tells you. Just trust me on this.
I haven't watched it.
Move on to the next thing. You want to watch Tron? That's great.
Yes.
If you want to watch Old Yeller, bring some tissues.
No, not at all.
Both of them.
But skip over. You might want to bypass the. I'm just saying. That's word of advice.
Collin, what about your number 3?
So keeping it with the Disney side of things, and I kind of debated with myself about how I wanted to phrase this one, but it ended up kind of working out. And for me, on the Disney side of things, at least on the Disney Park side of things, it's the resort cast members. It's incredible what resort cast members are going above and beyond to do right now. I know I'm one of a limited group of folks that have stayed at Disney resorts in the last 3 to 4 months. But when you check in, or even if you do online check-in, there's always somebody there to greet you with a smile on their face, no matter what's going on with the company. As we know, Disney's had some different things happening recently, and the cast members that are there appear to be the best of the best, or at least they're acting like the best of the best. I mean, we had somebody help us with a Magic Band issue for our resort room for well over an hour and a half, and they were happy and kind and just incredibly nice about absolutely everything. And it was actually, of all places, it was at a villa, like concierge location, which typically Disney wouldn't even always have open. But they were there the entire time that we were on our trip. They greeted us every time we went in and out of that door. And it was the same person most of the week. And they made it, went above and beyond to be extra kind to people, especially when you know their days probably aren't as wonderful as they could be and what they were in the past. It's amazing to see what they're doing. Even at dining locations, especially at the resorts, people have been wonderful. And it is kind of one of those things that we all take for granted at times. And right now, it's more important than ever that they're making people have a magical vacation and a wonderful vacation. And the steps that they're taking to go just beyond what they ever have to is amazing to see. And it's excellent to see as a guest. especially when you don't know what you're going to walk into at the resorts these days.
Yes, you're totally right. Totally right. And the appreciation that we see with them, it's always evolving. Even it was huge when you can see when they opened the park, but it's evolving. You can see that they are still like that. This is amazing.
It's excellent to see, and I'm looking forward to that more than anything in the next week, to be quite honest with you, because they're going to the point where they want to make you have an incredible vacation no matter what the rest of your vacation is like. That moment that they are creating for you, they're trying to do their absolute best to make it great.
Yes.
So that's my number 3. It probably could be anywhere on this list. That's number 3 at this point.
My number 3 is also Disney related, and it's what I like to. People start to call it like drops of magic, but actually I don't see it like drop of magic. I like to see it like a huge new idea that I hope that they continue after this whole thing passes. And I'm talking about the cavalcades. I really like and enjoyed cavalcades. Whatever they did, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom with the ones in the boat, they are great. And I really enjoy it.
Now with the holidays, they're even better. Like they did it for Halloween, they did it for Christmas. It's awesome.
And I have something for you. And you mentioned about holidays. So we'll say just a quick example about the cavalcades, and actually one from the Magic Kingdom for the holidays.
Awesome.
That
when
song,
you cut it off at Boo.
That song
Here's the thing about
is in my brain for the last 3 days.
There you go. They have done their job then.
You talking about Alice? Are you talking about the cavalcade? What are you talking about?
The song the song from the cavalcade. Actually, the holiday cavalcades in Magic Kingdom are using mostly all of them are using the same song. And they're pretty well choreographed. Not only holidays ones, but there is one with Max. You know Max, Goofy's
son?
Goofy's. No, I think it's nephew.
Nephew, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And he has a little cart, and he's
Tells
driving
you how long
around.
it's been since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's cool. I love it when they have the little cars. Like they have the in the Christmas parade, they had the one that was oh crap, what's the girl's name from Wreck-It Ralph?
Oh, yeah.
I know the candy.
Yes, not
something
Spark,
Von
not,
Sweets.
Oh, come on! It's like the glitch thing. It's
Yeah.
Oh man.
But it's normally in like the normal Christmas parade. I don't know if it's
Why
out
did you
right
put
now.
me under pressure like that?
Why can't any of us think
Where
of
did
it
you
as a
see
scary
her?
thing? She used to be at the beginning of the part of the Christmas parade, I believe.
I'm waiting.
It had all the gumdrops.
I'm
and
waiting
stuff
for
on the
someone
back
to
of the
write
car.
it down there.
Yeah.
It's Penelope.
Somebody will tell us.
It's
in the
Penelope. It's
Penelope.
Yes, it is.
Penelope. Yes.
Yeah.
Penelope. Boy, I know. Why did I think Spark? I don't know. Why I was thinking.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, she was in the Christmas parade. But
Really?
yeah.
I'm thinking about. I think Penelope. I mean, I like Penelope. Don't get me wrong. No one sent any hate mail, but
I think it's because of the candy connection with like gingerbread and that kind of stuff. It makes sense.
But there are a
Makes
lot of
sense to
people
me.
writing with V, Vanellope.
It is V. It's Vanellope.
It's
It's
Vanellope.
Vanellope von Schweetz.
Oh come on! I can't deal with that.
And it's been
They're
like
right.
5 years that Jason is saying Penelope.
It is. Now I know what people.
Like
Look,
my pumpkin.
Look, here's the thing. If I ever have food in my teeth, if my hair is ever out of place, or if I start saying Penelope wrong, please just say something. Just say something.
Okay.
It's okay.
He'll be briefly
gentle,
offended, but he'll get over it.
Mary T. Wells saying she is in the Halloween parade driving the candy big bike.
Okay, so it must be Halloween rather than Christmas. That makes sense. That does make sense.
Thank you, Mary.
Why is she driving? Is she riding a bike?
No, she's driving her car.
Oh, I thought she said she was riding a bike.
Candy big bike.
Oh.
Candy big bike. The candy big bike.
Goofy used to drive.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, he had a bike.
So this is why I don't like parades, but I do like the cavalcades.
I love the cavalcades. I love the cavalcades. The ones from Halloween were also really good. The only thing, and I'm really thankful. I'm thankful for that. Even the ones from Pooh with that creepy song.
The one that scares him.
Yeah, the creepy song.
Like that. I wish I could cue it up. Maybe we'll watch it tomorrow. So you want my number 2?
Yeah, go to
your number 2, please.
Well, before I go to number 2, I'm going to slip in an honorable mention.
I'm shocked.
Oh no!
Because I wanted to say, and this is going to be also controversial, maybe, but I'm thankful for the physical distancing measures. Because
you have to further explain that, or we're gonna get some hate in the comments.
Because not only does the physical distancing allow us to be safe and to safely visit the park, but it's kind of Jason's dream in terms of not having people stepping on my shoes. Well, here's the thing: like, I don't like people crowding up on me. I've had to say things in the past to people like, "Can you give me just a little bit of space?" And now I don't have to say that. Or if I do, it's like official. I'm like, dude, look at the dot. There's a dot on the ground for a reason. Go back to your dot.
That cranky man?
Don't you remember kindergarten? Don't you remember kindergarten when you're forced to sit in your square? Like, go back to your square. Also, the plexiglass between the lines, like, so people look. I mean, hopefully they never take the plexiglass down.
They will not. They will not.
Because it's great. Like, it's like it's like a spit shield all around everywhere. It's wonderful. And also,
so you see that kid with his tongue running down the side of it.
that does happen. That's true. When you're going live from the park, it's not nearly as awkward to stand there in a queue for an attraction when there's at least 6 feet between you and the next person. Otherwise, you're like, "Hello, welcome to my show."
Yeah, I like.
You're here now.
I like the whole idea of the physical distance, particularly in a monorail.
Are you shaking your pen at us?
Yeah, he keeps talking to his hand.
I was like, okay, maybe my real number 2. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. The monorails, it's like a dream.
Well, boats are the same way. The boats are wonderful too.
Hello, Mr. Canapp. Welcome to your monorail car.
Yeah.
Private car.
You're like by yourself, and sometimes you have that one other person. You know, then you can play you can just like play mind games with them and just like stare
at them until they blink. Who's gonna blink first?
So, Collin,
maybe that's just us, Jason.
No, Jason, you.
My real number 2.
Yes,
my real number 2, and this is related to Disney, but also unrelated to Disney, and it's mobile food ordering. And I know that mobile food ordering has been a thing for a long time, but the number of restaurants and grocery stores and other kinds of stores that became available when we began to, stay at home, and I don't think it's going to ever go away. And it's fantastic. I mean, fantastic. And related to Disney, the fact that I can order Wave food from the Wave, or I can order, as I did yesterday, food from Sanaa to go, bread service to go. That's pretty fantastic, and I hope that never ever goes away, because I think, like, frankly, sometimes for a variety of reasons, especially as a parent, look, there's a lot of places I would have liked to get fruit from when my kids were little. And I wasn't going to go there because, well, it wouldn't have been a fun experience. But now parents rejoice because you can get some bao from the Wave. You can get some bread service from Sanaa. Take it back to your room. Take it to a poolside table.
Yep.
Take it to. I mean, it's It's a dream.
It's a dream.
And I'm here to tell you, bread service, the bread from bread service, 24 hours later, still holds up.
Still wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Collin, you're number 2.
Yeah, so my number 2 might shock a few people until I explain it, but it's actually the current state of air travel. And it's odd to say that because I know a lot of people are hesitant to fly right now. Personally, I've flown, well, since February when we were in California when all this was starting. I've flown, as of Saturday, it'll be 11 times. So I have a bit more experience to know about this than most, unfortunately, but at the same time, it's very nice right now. The block seats are like a dream come true for me. I hate sitting next to people on airplanes. When you have to sit next to a stranger on an airplane, you never know what you're gonna get. You never know if you're gonna get the guy that's eating the burrito. You don't know if you're gonna get the kid that's screaming. To have that space between you, and especially if you're traveling with your family, that you can just kind of basically have your own row, is wonderful. And actually, I was looking at my flight for Saturday, and they've upgraded us to a much larger plane than you typically get from Atlanta to MCO. Which is great because you get a nicer plane, you get more space, they can spread people out further, and it's stuff they probably never would have been forced to consider, and now they are. And the level of cleanliness on airplanes is higher than it's ever been. The filtration is higher than it's ever been, and the turnover of air is higher than it's ever been. When you're on it, you do notice all those differences.
Yep.
When you wipe your seat down with the cloth that they provide you and there's nothing on it when you get it back, that's a great feeling that you know somebody's actually cleaned something. Where in the past they may not have ever done what they claim they would, but it is nice.
I call that the finishing cloth, Collin.
Right, exactly.
Because I come prepared with my own.
Exactly.
I come with my 1,600 Lysol wipes that I've now wiped down everybody's, everything around me.
And Collin, you have probably now, it just came with a nice example of a nice surprise. What's going to happen in your flight from Atlanta to Orlando? That they change from a 737 to a 767.
And they could change it again because that's how Atlanta works. But from Atlanta to MCO, they switched it from a 737, which is just a typical plane, back and forth to a 767. Is that what I told you guys it was? That's right,
yes,
isn't it? 767-300, I think it was.
Yes.
Which is basically what they use for international flights, to my understanding, because it's got Delta One in the front of it and everything. So
Collin's packing his roller skates. He's going to be skating down the aisle. I'm just going to
go up and down the aisles.
I would love to see that scene.
No, but it does make a huge difference as far as airspace inside of the plane and stuff like that. So
you want my scooter?
It's a nice change of pace.
I can ship my scooter to you. You can use my scooter there.
With a scooter. The airplane, in terms of safety, in terms of the risk of contracting COVID or other things, the period where you're on the airplane, especially since Delta's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. I got to give them credit, and I was not always the biggest Delta fan. I am now after all this, and that speaks volumes for the company.
But the risk really is on going to the airplane and getting from the airplane, and that's where you need to be the most careful, because that's where people will not follow the rules. The rules do change from place to place.
Especially in Florida, unfortunately.
Surfaces, things like that. That's where you need to be careful if you are going to travel right now. And
the only downside I've found with air travel right now is the connecting flight. Atlanta and places like that, it's hard to find places to eat, things like that in the airport. That's difficult, but overall, it's a pretty pleasant experience. I know, Jason, you've flown at least twice by default too.
It's
much better than you'd expect.
Yeah, Alex to Washington, and I was Delta, and I'm kind of committed to Delta now because of the steps they've taken and they continue to take from a safety standpoint. And it was a good experience. Basically, because they're blocking the middle seats, especially if you're in premium economy section, you effectively have a first class seat. Look, there are definitely some downsides to it. Like the safety piece is a big downside. But if you have to fly,
if you have to travel, it's a nice surprise.
Yep,
it's better. Yeah, it's definitely better.
It's much better than you'd expect, and I got to give credit where credit's due.
To add on to tack one onto your thing, the change fees going away.
Yeah, that's huge. I've had to use that 2 or 3 times this year.
That's a big deal. It used to be able to
honestly,
only Southwest.
I think when people get used to that, I don't know if the airlines will take it away, but I hope
will.
I'm right about that. Some will. You are very right, but I don't.
Becky's saying. Becky Mankin with MEI Mouse Fan Travel says Delta and Alaska Air were definitely the best for guest refunds, cancellations, and I just lost what she said.
I had to cancel twice for one of my trips to Florida because Disney wasn't going to be open.
Guest refund, cancels, and seat blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're basically giving you a flight credit that doesn't expire for well over a year. So if you're going to fly again, you're going to get the value out of it immediately, and they're not penalizing you for it at all. It's quite wonderful, and all the customer service folks that we've talked to have been great too.
Oh, and this
because
I don't know if this is mine or Jason's anymore.
I did manage to find a since Becky and I are having a one-on-one conversation, I did manage to find a non-stop Delta flight between Seattle and Orlando for Alex.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was exciting.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's it.
My number 2.
But there are positives. So that was kind of my point with all it. There were a lot of positives out there.
Yes, we need to be thankful for that too. And my number 2 somehow brought, I would like to say, there are little tools that brought some sanity during tough times. And I'm talking about something that it's not that I was disliking it before, but I never gave them much of attention and took it for granted. But how good, if you use it in the best way possible, the WhatsApp and the Messenger on anything that you can text in a group. and buddies, you're a witness. You are a witness. We have our group.
Jason's lost all control at the moment. I have to. No, what is he going to say here?
No, I'm not going to say anything.
No, it's because WhatsApp is for Brazil. Brazil is Brazilians.
No, you just have to understand everybody. What Carlos?
It's the context of this use of that app.
He's like some other people in my life who will go nameless right now. But there are people who like to communicate on WhatsApp, especially international connections, right? There are people who like to use Facebook Messenger. There are folks who like to use Instagram Messenger. There are folks who like to use just a regular SMS texting, right? Okay. Carlos, well,
he uses all of them.
Carlos likes to spread the love. Let's just and this guy, he will start a conversation usually leaving a voice message, which is just
he likes WhatsApp because it'll
fantastic when you're like in a group of people and you're like, I don't know what he just sent. And then
I never sent anything that was not
on
proper.
Facebook saying, buddies, did you get my message? Did you listen to it? Well, dude,
it's in the other app.
Oh, and the other thing. And then if you're lucky, you'll get a text message also, but only if he likes you.
That's when he's getting desperate. Yeah.
I love you, buddy. It's all good.
No, but
he was trying to be so nice.
And then he invites you to Tinder.
And I was trying to be thankful.
That's how it works, Jason.
Because yes, I work a lot with that WhatsApp with Messenger, but it was work. What I'm trying to bring here is the way that we used, and we used with our friends, the other groups, in a way that was somehow soothing and calming us during tough times that we had, I have the group with you guys. We have the group with Lou, with Lisa. That there were so many laughs and smiles. They came from messages on those groups that helped. At least for me, helped a lot.
It makes the time sitting at home pass quite a bit better.
Yeah.
Plus, you can pretend you're on the Waltons.
Yes. Good night. Good night. Good night, Jason. Good night, Collin.
Good night, John Boy.
Funny thing is, I know that part of the show, but I don't know what the show is, or I didn't know what the show was.
You don't know who? No, the Waltons.
I don't know what the Waltons
even in
are,
Brazil, we had the Waltons, along with.
They don't have Walter Cronkite, but they've got the Waltons.
Yes. Oh God.
One combo.
Are we back to me now?
You're back to you. That's the first one.
And then my number one. Well, my number one probably goes without saying, but my number one is this community. The number one thing I'm thankful for from 2020 is this community, because I didn't see this. I mean, none of us saw this coming, but I certainly, in the midst of the pandemic and everything else happening, the Disney community was always there, right? We were plugged into it and we followed people and did stuff, but you guys who joined us in this crazy little adventure called After Hours, and the stuff that I am doing with Lunch Break, and it's just madness. It's amazing, and it's just wonderful how many fantastic people we've met. How there are dark. We all have dark days. We all everyone's fighting a battle of some sort, right? On any given day. To get a message from somebody saying, thanks for what you do, or what you said about this, or this thing that you showed, but it resonated with me and was meaningful and lifted me. That's always incredibly heart-filling. This year, it was like oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't thank you guys enough in terms of this community has been.
It's so amazing.
If you feel like what we're doing is helpful to you, if you feel like what we're doing has made some kind of contribution, I'm here to tell you that you guys are the ones who have made the contribution.
It's 100-fold.
You have given us a reason to do something fun and to do something creative and to share our passion for Disney.
And I was trying to improve. We want to improve it and to make it better because of you, because of and Jason, this community that shows up even on Tuesdays night to a Portuguese speaking show, and they stick for the whole show. It is amazing.
I used to think it was because their internet was broken or something, but no, they actually do. I've seen it. It's not just your shows, even your lives. When you go live from a park, you just pop up somewhere.
Yep, and start to do the bilingual. I
kind of feel bad sometimes because I feel like, oh, wait a second, we've now crowded out.
No,
we crowded out the.
It's amazing. And then you start to see the Brazilian audience interacting with the friends here from US and the friends from US trying to Google in Portuguese. It is amazing, and it's amazing. It is mind blowing.
I've learned. Let me pull my props up here. I've learned about biscuits and cookies and the difference.
Can't see that, Jason.
Yes.
Can't hear. I've learned about biscuits and these things. I've learned about that. From our friends in the UK. It's been amazing.
That brings the thankful for the messenger, because we also have. The group with the don't show that, because I will show the video. Okay.
Thankful for Big Little Chicken too.
But even with the Friends of UK, the only problem is that the messenger with the group with the Friends of UK, I needed to stop with the notifications because it started to wake me up around 4 a.m. Jason, I will bring the video in the middle of the.
You don't understand. You don't understand how much love there is in the community for Big Little Chicken.
Okay.
Big Little Chicken is part of. He's
Are
part
there
of
any
our
T's in that little?
Colin, you're number one.
Yeah. So my number one. I hope I don't make anybody cry with this, to be quite honest with you. But so my number one is actually genuine friends, and I say that because parts of this year I lost a genuine friend, and I won't elaborate on that at all. But you guys often, including the community here, but when you realize that you have real friends and you have friends that aren't real at the same time, the real friends really start to come out, and they really start to show themselves. And when somebody offers to pick up the phone and call you when something bad happens in your life, you know they're real friends. And I can talk for both of the guys here that one has offered to do that, and I know the other one certainly would have. And that means more to me than you guys will ever realize. And I'm unbelievably thankful for that, not only within this group, but within a lot of the things that we've been able to do together as a group this year. And that extends to the community as well. I mean, there are people that were willing to step up even in the last week to help me in any way they could. And you guys don't always realize how much that means, especially the year that I've had at different points in this year. Not only you guys, but also Lisa and Lou and other folks that are good friends to us. It makes a huge difference to have genuine people in your life. That's something I've not always had, and it makes a huge difference. Don't cry on me, Carlos. No. Don't cry on me.
And that brings me to one thing, and I already told you before that I was about to come with that, and it's not something that I hide from the audience. I love everybody that watches, but one of the most enjoyable things and most important things that I have in After Hours is actually the devotion and the dedication that I have with the shows because of these two guys. They are big friends. They are buddies. They are brothers. And I'm really thankful for this year, for 2020, because despite the fact that I got to meet them for the first time last year, but was this year that we had the opportunity to travel together to an idea brought by Jason, that we went to the summit in San Diego, but before we spent 2-3 days in Anaheim in Disneyland.
We are going to repeat that trip if it kills
and
me.
it was amazing.
And to other places too.
Yes, it was amazing. We had an amazing experience, and it clicked like, in 5 minutes we were like this. And I have to be thankful because right after that, a week after that, all hell's broke loose.
Yeah, the world shut down.
And that started to increase. So the conversations with, and then I'm bringing Lou and Lisa to that too, because they were pretty important. And
still are.
Yes. And they are pretty important, yes. And then our younger friend, our younger buddy here, which is sometimes I will not say the older word, but the one that control the anxiety of the both ones in the extremes. The young one here came to us and said, let's do it. Why don't we do a live show?
It's too good to pass up the opportunity.
And then I was already doing my live show in Portuguese, and Jason was trying to develop the whole idea for. It actually started with a lunch break and said, "Well, let's do it. And Jason was pretty important because Jason said, "Well, let's fix a date and let's do it."
It was 2 weeks.
We have 2 weeks.
Literally, it was 2 weeks, and we decided
in those 2 weeks. We worked
it was a hectic 2 weeks.
We worked like crazy.
It was an incredible pace.
But then that's why I have to bring one thing. First of all, regarding the younger one here, and I would like to bring a.
I'll never outgrow that either.
I like to bring a character for you, Collin, and a quote. But
don't make me cry.
No, and I think Jason will agree, because in the three of us, you're like, for us, you're our Jiminy Cricket. Okay.
I'll take that.
And Attaboy Pinocchio, I'm gonna help you. Yeah. And this buddy is ready. It's always ready to help. Always in a calm, in a soothing, and I'm
sometimes maddeningly
calm way. He will calm us down.
Why can't I rile him up?
And then
it takes a lot to get me excited.
It's always calm.
and then there's my other buddy, the one that is closer to my age, and also for you, buddy Jason. I have something for also to that, and I will actually bring a quote that you already mentioned before, and there's a character for you, and that character is Woody. And I say, he's brave, he's like a cowboy should be, and kind and smart. But the things he makes Woody special, he'll never give up on you, ever. He'll be there for you.
It's a shocking resemblance. I wish we could put those side by side.
He'll be there for you no matter what. And that's my buddy
It's
Jason.
true, though. It's very true.
Oh,
And it's not only for after hours. It's not only for after hours, but for all the things that we been through, from toothaches to other things.
Literally in the last 24 hours.
Yes, he's like that. So I'm thankful for the audience, yes, but I need to be really thankful. And there are many good things that happen along this craziness. Many good things happens to me during this year, but these two guys, oh my gosh. I need to be very thankful. And the only thing I have to tell the audience is that be prepared. Be prepared.
We have big ideas.
Because we're just
almost big plans,
starting.
definitely.
We're just starting.
We're got a whole mind map.
We're gonna
it's a little
conquer.
scary, but I've seen it.
We're gonna conquer the world. There's a world domination plan going on.
Literally,
I keep having to pull them down off the front.
Guys, thank you. I love you both. You're my buddies. You're my brothers.
Oh, thank you. And I wish I knew we were bringing characters to the table, because I would have brought one for you too. But now I feel under pressure. Maybe I'll think of one.
No,
think of
don't
one.
worry. But I would like to surprise you.
Do you?
What?
Do you hear that?
I think I'm hearing something. Yes.
I thought it was Woody for a second.
Carlos goes, what?
No. But no.
It's right there. It's right there.
No. I think we're gonna hear it later, because there's another thing.
Oh, really?
Yes.
We have something else?
Yes, we have something.
Already.
I did for. Oh yeah, that thing.
That thing
Oh, your special thing.
is the Hall of Fame.
Do I want to? Do you want me to do the end?
I swear to God that I'll have a camera prepared. I'm gonna record Jason.
You got to get out of the box.
Jason dancing is like walk like an Egyptian. But this is Hall of Fame. What is Hall of Fame? What we do is that we pick up our past top 3, and we put in a poll in our Facebook community, and you're gonna vote, and you vote for the top selection of that week. For this week, we were voting for the top 3 places from Disney's Boardwalk area, which was our top 3 last week. One thing in advance, for this week, we're not gonna, or for next week, sorry, we're not gonna have the Hall of Fame, but because this week the poll will be too difficult, but we're voting for the top 3 places in Disney Boardwalk. So we put up the poll, and actually the votes increased a little bit, but
it looks like somebody won here.
Yes, Colin. Actually, I'm using your photo, Colin. There, and it's this.
Oh, look, a puddle.
Yes, a puddle, and then
nobody's shocked by that.
That's
why I need a little bit of rain next week.
That is strolling boardwalk after dark. So we already have 4 Hall of Famers. So we have Nomad Lounge, the spooky Tom Sawyer Island Caves, Muppet Vision 3D, the Sam Eagles mentioned. It's a salute to all nations, but mostly America. And then now, the 4th one is strolling the boardwalk after dark. That is our Hall of Fame. And I don't know, but do you think that we're gonna do the runoff?
I mean, I feel like it's like. I think it's like a good idea, but at the same time, it kind of feels like mean because I don't want to knock anybody out.
Yes. I
was just thinking about like how we could mix them all together. I was thinking
they're totally different.
How we could mix it all together, like walking along the boardwalk at night into Tom Sawyer's caves, accompanied by Sam Eagle while eating food from Nomad Lounge.
Yes. And there will be more.
Way too easy.
We're building up our Hall of Fame. There are things, places, experience from Disney that which we should elevate to the Hall of Fame. Okay, I think now I can say something. Buddies.
Yeah, that thing.
I'm keep
Colin, why don't you? Can you hear that, Colin?
Nope, can't hear
it. Why don't you ever hear it?
Can't hear it.
What's that sound?
Remember that episode that we had the internet issue?
Oh, do I?
Indeed.
Which one?
Exactly.
So we saved the after hours from that episode, and it's funny because Jason and Colin doesn't have the idea, and they cannot remember which are the sounds.
No clue.
Right, because I had also loaded them up. I sent extra to you,
yes,
right? And then you also started recording some of your own.
Yes.
And then we decided to go live from the boardwalk.
He's got this grab bag now, which is it's making me twitch a little bit.
Yep, but Jason, explain the audience how what it sounds works.
Okay, so what we will do is play a very brief sound from Walt Disney World, and I believe they're all from Walt Disney World tonight. Your job is to tell us what that sound is, where it's from. Be as specific as you possibly can, where it's from, what it is, etc. And you'll want to do this as quickly as possible to try to beat out everybody else who's going to be trying to put in the right answer, especially the Goffs and
the ringers.
And Zach Brown and
Zach Brown, all those people. And those who win, do we have something special for those who win? Don't they get an extra chance to?
Yes, they get an extra chance, extra entry. But everybody who makes the comments, and I have to tell everyone that make comments in before, after, everyone who likes the show, everyone who shares. Can I say share?
Or reacts.
You can say Sunny and share.
Yeah. Everyone who participates in a way in this segment with any comment doesn't be right. We'll have one entry for the Wheel of Disney. So don't worry if you type something that is not exactly the sound that we're playing. It is already an entry for the Wheel of Disney.
But you'll feel better about yourself if it's the right answer.
Oh, yep.
Indeed.
Yep. And then it will double that. I'll double that.
There you go.
It makes and that's well, we're ready for the number one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I don't know what it is.
Yes. Let me just turn up the volume here.
Pump up the volume.
So
what, are we the Black Eyed Peas now?
I don't think that's Black Eyed Peas.
That's Pump Up the Jam, I believe, isn't it?
Pump Up the Jam, Pump Up the Jam.
That's a different one too.
And that's too old for you.
Whatever.
So buddies, the first sound in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, I know what this is. And you can't guess it. Colin, you don't know any. You don't know.
I might.
Really?
Just the one I didn't know what it was.
No mention anything else.
No, nothing.
Poker face. And Colin's poker face is not that.
It's
useless. Terrible
it's
poker
less
face.
than useless.
And he almost got me in trouble one day too.
Ben is saying carousel. Nope.
Well, thanks for playing, Ben.
Everybody.
No, that's a good.
I'll
good
play it
guess.
again.
Reasonable
Valerie's
guess.
saying calories saying mining's fine. The ride at Todd Story. Oh my gosh.
The ride at Toy Story.
No.
I think somebody got it.
Aldo.
Well, let's just wait. Let's just give it a second. We don't want to give
He's just
away
like,
who
"No,
got
I
it.
don't want this
I don't
to
want to
go."
give away who got it.
Okay.
Keep guessing. If you're smart, you'll guess what's above you.
Can you play it one more time?
In 1,
again,
2,
Sam.
and 3.
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's a lot of carousel guesses, which is not a bad guess if it's what I think.
No, not at all. Not at all. Well, I see some correct answers in there.
This was way too easy.
I
Apparently.
saw 2 correct answers there.
Two.
I believe I saw 2 as well.
And the first one with a really good description, but
And early too.
yes, early.
Yeah, and it's very late for her,
Yes.
or very early for her.
So
I mean,
can I show it?
you can
Sure.
show it.
Claire was the first one to get it right. The Calliope at Fort Wilderness, and then
What did you call it?
Calliope, no, Calliope. Calliope.
Yeah, I mean, I say Calliope, but I
Listen,
don't know what
no
you say.
idea
in
how
person.
to
I have
say
no
it.
idea.
Colleen
know what that
also
word
got it.
meant.
That
Until
let me
they
see.
explained it.
Oh, Mark Jones also got it. Mary T. Wells too. Valerie too. Joe Logan too. Okay, so let's
Wow,
go
they're
to the
killing it.
review.
Nice.
Let's go to the review. And that is an amazing
that
piece.
darn kid, man.
Yes.
He may not.
No idea what this was. I knew it was there, but I didn't know it had a name.
Yes, and the whole
Until they had to explain that to me.
the whole 3D ranch now is beautiful because they did a
Brand new building.
a
And
brand new
It's a
building
shame
and
I'm
everything.
allergic to
It's-
horses.
What?
I'm allergic to horses.
No, I didn't know
if
that.
you don't have, well, it's very open air. The area that you walk through there is very open. Just go ahead and get a drink there. It's very open air, and it's. I mean, you are near some horse stalls, but you might be okay. You
Yeah.
can get away fast if you need to.
That's the kicker on it.
Okay,
Bum.
Not severe, so we're fine.
so now you understand one thing. If you see, if you have a horse eating pineapple, you're gonna see me and Colin running away from them.
And if you see
Quickly
somebody
in the other
feeding a
direction.
horse pineapple, it'll probably be
You
me.
should probably run away too.
Let's go to the number 2 in. And I have to tell you, this one is probably the most difficult one.
Why do you make it number 2?
He always does.
I don't know why he does that.
I don't know. It was the
I
order.
don't know
No,
either.
in 1, 2, and 3.
It's really quiet.
That's a great one.
That's difficult.
Love it. Love it.
Can you make that a little louder, Carlos?
I could listen to it all day.
No, I cannot, my friend.
Unfortunate.
And again,
have
in
to
Play it
one,
again.
Very
We'll all
close.
be very quiet. Play it again. We'll all be very quiet.
in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that was much louder for us this time.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. That ain't no calliope, I can tell you that.
That's true. It's not a calliope.
Lisa getting Island saying Disney Springs soundtrack.
Nope.
Mark Sheffield is saying CGBGM. What? Mark, help
I
us.
don't know what that.
Oh, I love it, Mark. I gotta love Disney people, man, because I have been stumped so many times when folks, you guys use acronyms, and I wish there was a Wikipedia page or something I could go to with just a full directory of these acronyms?
I actually think there is. I don't think it's Wikipedia, but I think there's a page that has them all.
I could come in handy. I usually have to Google it.
Patricia saying Disney Springs Restaurant Bar. Ryan Chimp is saying Frontierland Shooting Arcade. Just kidding. Muppet Vision 3D Post Show. Tom Macmillan says contemporary music. Then Caleb is saying Disney's contemporary resort.
Joe Logan, I like that answer. You said the Boathouse music.
Ben says House of Blues.
Oh.
Michael says Gate of Hollywood Studios.
These are clever guesses. I don't know what this is, to be completely honest. I have no idea.
Heather saying S4K says I don't know. Mary T. Wells say it's a contemporary.
Caleb says contemporary.
Yep.
I'm not gonna guess.
No, why don't you try to guess?
My only guess would be like a lounge, but I don't know which one. Apparently, I'm off based on what Coach just said.
There's one thing
you could be at a bar. You could be at a bar, listen to that music.
There's one thing that I have to say that they got it right in the place, but not in the area in the place. I don't know if you want to be so strict in our.
No, what are you talking about? No, they people have got it right. There's many correct answers. Already on there.
Okay.
And I wouldn't be. I mean,
I wanted to say the
reason they know it. But I mean, some of them probably know it because they know it, and some of them may know it from the lunch break.
Oh, really?
That wouldn't have been the Wave Lounge, that's for sure.
No, really.
Hey, I joined a few times this week.
Market Sheffield saying actually the same background music is used in several places on property. Thank you, Maya. Can I reveal it?
Yes, you may.
For me, it's so 70s. I don't know.
That's so good.
That's Jason playing the saxophone.
And so Tom, Caleb, Mary, Claire, a lot of people got it right with the contemporary. There was Joe also.
Yeah, it's like there was a lunch break. We had there was a video. I posted a video. Oh boy,
must have missed that day.
Well, number 3, and actually. The only thing I can say to you guys is that this one, we got the help from a friend of ours.
Oh.
And I think the friend of... Yes, I know. It's not that I think.
I know this one.
I know that a friend of ours is watching us right now. So
Andy's here.
Yes. So the friend of... So...
Not here with you, Jason. Oh. And not here with the magic.
So...
Thank you for the plug.
So the number 3 in 1, 2, and 3.
Excuse me.
This was a great idea, though.
Number 3.
No one's listening to this in the car. That's all I
couldn't help himself.
Yes, you're gonna get scared there. In 1, 2, and 3.
That is so confusing out of context, though.
It's so bad with headphones on.
Also so great at the same time.
Lisa is saying, what? Doreen's test track.
Test track. That's not a bad...
I could see that.
That's not
yeah, I could see that.
Diana's also...
Oh, somebody mentioned Moonlighting about the music from before. I miss Moonlighting.
Oh yes,
Dinosaur, that's a
you know the song the song from Moonlighting, the theme song that Al Jarreau used to sing. While I fell for you, since I fell for you.
How does it go? How's it go? Sing it for us. How's it go? How's
We've
it go?
been trying to get Carlos to sing on the show for so long, and he won't do it.
I can like see it all. Like, oh man.
Yeah, since
It keeps. You know what song keeps coming into my head? Also the song for Family Ties too. Like it keeps like inserting itself.
I actually know that one.
Because it has a scene. It has a similar kind of like beat and kind of like.
And we're missing all the answers here.
I know. I was giving them time. I was stalling for time. I was trying to.
But you know one thing, someone already it's not that they got it right, but they got the principle. And it's
Mark's disqualifying.
It's not Jason after bread service. No.
No, but Lisa.
It's a different.
Lisa said brakes on a ride. Yes.
Clever.
Which is probably what people meant with Test Track 2.
Yes.
Probably.
But it's not Test Track.
And Mark Sheffield is saying, I'm disqualifying myself from answering. Thank you, Mark.
Mark Jones is saying it sounds like a ride noise, but he can't place it. Yeah.
Yes. Joe Logan is saying, countdown to extinction. No.
I will say this. Can I give another hint?
Yep.
This is also a sound you may have heard on the lunch break.
Yes, and
somebody's got it.
Somebody's got it already.
Yes, somebody's got it. That's why I felt okay giving another hint.
From the answers
It's
that
a
you see,
sound-
you can guess
sound
again.
You probably, if you listened to the lunch break or watched lunch break, you would have heard maybe, and hopefully probably won't hear it again on lunch break.
Now you got it. Now it's easy.
You almost broke things.
Mike O'Reilly saying monorail brakes at the Contemporary.
It feels like that sometimes.
Terry show up here.
Comment that just came
Maintain elephants stampeding through the Kilimanjaro. And then I have to bring this comment here.
He has to pull it.
Claire is saying teacups breaking. Was that Jason screaming? So a lot of and Lisa and some people
Mark Jones might have been the
first. Mark Jones was the first one. So the reveal actually is also a video, and it's
is it?
Yes.
Indeed.
And let me show the review.
Why does he find that so funny?
I don't know. He started like that, you know.
Play it again. Play it again. Listen, there's this right when it starts to break. You'll hear the breaking, and then right after this audible.
Yeah.
Play it. Do it again. Do it again.
He's not wrong.
It's not wrong, and not wrong at all.
Oh my god, that's great. That's so good. Oh, we can turn that into a sound effect, I'm sure.
Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
Carlos.
So, Mark, thank you very much, Mark. You help us on the third one. It was awesome.
And if anybody else wants to send them in, we will accept suggestions. Or if you have a video of your own, dump it our way. Send it to us in the messenger, I should say, for the After Hours page. We'll take a look at it. Or any of us individually.
Buddies, it is now is the time to spin the wheel.
But now is the best time to spin the wheel.
So now is the time for our Wheel of Disney, and you're already aware of this. It's our prize giving segment, and
What a description. That is quality.
It's up to you, already.
You know it. You know it already. Just roll the tape. Pure excitement right there.
Collin, you please describe this to us. It's your turn.
So it's a part of the show where we get to give something away that's fun and unique from Disney parks. If you have participated in our show last week or the week before, you will have been entered to win or to be one of the names that was selected for our wheel tonight. We'll spin the wheel of the names, but Carlos, bring out the names.
Okay.
Stop it, Jason.
Bring out your name.
Okay, so
Monty Python.
Number 1, Maggie Hogarth. Number 2, Kelly Lawrence. Number 3, Maria Healy. Number 4, Mark Sheffield. Number 5, Sean Croft. Number 6, Carrie Krieger. Number 7, Neil T. Metcalf. Number 8, the final name is Peter Mino. So those are the, let me get it here.
That's a quality list.
They've all been quality lists. Don't.
True.
If you've appeared on a previous list and didn't appear this week, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're not on a quality list. You were on a quality list.
Just a different quality list.
So let's spin the names.
Equal but different quality list.
No, I noticed that was muted.
I was just over it.
No, I thought that it was muted, and I was muted. So let's spin the wheel of names. And I'm trying to spin it in 1, 2, and 3. Got it.
It's gonna be Maggie.
Maggie.
Really close.
It was really close. It was up next.
Yes.
Can't read that stuff tiny. It doesn't matter. It's all right.
No,
Maggie won.
I'll bring it. I'll bring it back.
Maggie's like, oh God, please not be our guest. Please not be our guest.
Like, don't get anywhere near me.
Not after tonight.
So now it's time to spin. And I thought I know that Maggie was here before.
Okay. Yeah, at some point tonight she was. I don't know if she's still with us at the moment in the comments, but she
Maggie,
was.
If Maggie's still with us, then she gets to, if she doesn't like the first thing,
she can have a
second. But you gotta be here. You gotta be here.
Gotta be here. Be here. If not, you still win. But.
Otherwise, you could be stuck with.
So let's go to the.
Hey, that's a quality.
You know one thing, Jason. You know one thing. You know why it's quality? Because you cannot find it anymore. I went really? On Tuesday. No,
gone.
No more cat sushi.
Mm-hmm. This may be the last piece of cat sushi.
And to clarify, it's not actually cat.
Well, you gotta love. It's like, why?
It's just there's a cat on the box.
Well, there we go. Why am I sushi?
Okay, so let's spin the wheel of prizes.
I don't think it's edible.
In 1, 2, and 3.
Is it?
Oh!
They may not want that after tonight's performance. That's a
so
great
who was it that it landed. Where was
Sarah,
the
Sarah passed on it on us.
Where's the ta-da?
No, it's this is the ta-da. No, the ta-da. You getting you confused with the one that finished the top 10 list. So
no, like usually ta-da.
So
where's the kaboom? I was told there'd be an earth-shattering kaboom.
So I think that
what's wrong with us?
that Maggie is not around, so
she's gonna have to be our guest then.
She will have to be our guest. We have to plan that.
We should have confetti or something. Although I don't like confetti, but we should have confetti.
Wait, why don't you like confetti?
Well, it's like paper confetti.
Messy.
I don't mind. It's like the
glitter confetti.
The glitter stuff. Oh my god, it ends up everywhere. Oh, you can't get rid of it.
Like the best. We'll fill Jason's car vents with glitter one of these days.
So
it'll explode.
So let me bring the name Maggie. So we'll wait for your contact. Send us a DM and we're going to see in the future episodes.
Carlos, so you could send him a WhatsApp message. He prefers voice, like a voice message, or you can send it an Instagram message. And then you could send, and that would be at @PontoOrlando on Instagram. You could send him a Facebook Messenger. He would like that too. Or if you could track down his personal cell phone, which is written on 6 different bathrooms in Disney World, and you can get a hold of him that way too.
Call for a decent time.
I'm not going to say that's how I got his number.
Okay.
UK Pavilion, but
so we're gonna plan a special episode that Maggie will be with us.
Or at least we'll try. She may avoid us like the plague, and then we'll have to put it back on the wheel.
It goes into hiding. It's okay, Maggie. If you say it's okay to say no about because this one's typically like we would force Katsushi upon you.
It will show up at your door.
We would force the child to come home with you, but this one, because it's not everybody's cup of tea.
I think people have been telling my parents that my whole life. Force the child to go home with you.
I'm trying to read everything that is coming here. Okay, guys. So that part of the day. Collin, your final messages.
Well, mine's going to be shortened to this point tonight. As always, you can find my shop on guide4wdw.com/shop. I've got an article that I'm working on there, but I haven't released it yet. That will be showing up probably. I might get it out before I head out of town, but you can follow my content on Instagram at guide4wdw, where you'll see some of the stuff that I'm sharing throughout the week next week, as I should be in Walt Disney World if all things go well. But basically, that's it for me. You can find me as Collin Kendall on Facebook or Guide4WDW, wherever you choose to look. So that's about it for me. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for somebody, the print shop is a good spot to start.
I thought you guys, if you're looking for a Christmas gift for somebody, I'm available.
Well, that's true too. I mean, if you know a nice person, like...
Actually, just to be honest here, we as a company just purchased one of the photos from Collin.
Indeed.
To use as a gift.
Indeed. Yeah.
Yes, it's a gift. So.
And it should be arriving soon.
It's they're really, really nice. They're really nice.
Well, thank you.
Jason, your turn. And guess what? You have to send me a new card.
I have to send you a new card.
Yes, you will understand.
Is there something wrong with this?
Yeah.
I was like, is there something wrong with this card?
No.
I'm like looking at all the cards instead of talking to people. I'm looking at the card and looking for something that's wrong.
Talk.
Okay, I'm just talk. Hello. If you want to find me, I don't know why you'd want to at this point, but you can check out. You can look for Here with the Magic on Instagram. It's at Here with the Magic on YouTube /Here. Oh my goodness, Carlos, what did you do to me? YouTube.com/Here with the Magic, Facebook.com/Here with the Magic, and maybe most importantly for tomorrow, lunch break. Oh, now I see what he's saying. Because it's not each day. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do the lunch break, 12 p.m. Eastern. you can head on over to herewiththemagiclive.com. And tomorrow, it's not only Fun Shirt Friday. Don't forget your fun shirts or pants or hats or whatever. But in preparation for this weekend and going into a holiday week here in the States, we are going to bring it down a notch. We're going to have some relaxing videos. We'll watch the video, the time lapse of the sunset. Yes, the sunset. I said it at Crescent Lake, and some other sunsets, some other relaxing videos with music accompanying them. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Hopefully, Carlos and Collin may show up. You never know.
Don't count on it this week.
Yeah, we always show up.
In spirit. They're always there in spirit.
No. Come on. There are a bunch of friends
people
here.
Have busy lives. People have busy lives. It's okay to miss some shows every once in a while. Look, the most important thing is that, like, one person shows up. One person, right? You don't understand. When I go live for the lunch break, I watch and I see, and there's this moment where, like, no one's there.
Is anybody going to show up today?
And I think to myself, is today the day? Like, is today the day that happened? And
we do that on After Hours too, but there's a little more reassurance that out of the three groups, that we'll get somebody that shows up.
Guys, so
quick, Mom, get off.
Somebody turn on the computer.
Carlos, what about you?
My stuff in Portuguese, but I'm always happy to see you when I do my live show every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch me in Facebook or YouTube for the Ponto Orlando profile. You can also follow me in Instagram and Facebook. Then it's much more easier to get the Portuguese part of it. But I really appreciate when you guys show up. It's always nice and kind from you, and it's always good to see you guys interacting with our Brazilian audience that also is showing up here tonight. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Luis, and all the other friends that are gonna be watching in replay, because it is a little bit late for Brazil now, where they're 2 hours ahead. So
tell that to the folks in the UK.
Yes, and
True.
I'll say, and thank you to the guys, to the buddies in UK, to the Claire, to Ben, to everybody is watching from there.
What Carlos often fails to mention, he has 2 great websites too, so check those out. That's easy to Google Translate.
Yes, you're right. I have to work a little bit in newer posts, but they're Ponto Orlando has something like 500 posts for our Orlando and Disney and Orlando area, and Ponto Miami actually 700 posts with hotels, restaurants, and thank you, buddy, for reminding that.
Of course, yeah, it's easy to translate too, which helps.
Good. Thank you. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. There are different and difficult times now, so the only thing I like to ask you all is be safe and be kind. Wearing a mask.
Make the most of
wearing a mask is a sign of safety, but it's also the best sign of you being kind to everybody. So let's wear a mask. So on behalf of my big buddies, brothers, Collin and Jason, thank you so much for being here. We wish you an amazing Thanksgiving week, magical week ahead, always magic. Good night.
Good night, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
Draw you in.